Hello, my loves, and welcome to Create Your Life. My name is Simone Leah, and I am your host. And I am so excited to be here with you guys today because today I'm talking about the life-changing topic of knowing your worth and your values and how that can affect your business. Because it's just sometimes the little shifts that you make in your decisions, your actions, and your energetic vibration that can completely change and blow up your business. Basically, it's just making those subtle shifts and knowing who you are and what your worth is, and that can really make all the difference between 2K months and 30K months. I mean, obviously there's a little bit more to it than that, but just being really solid within yourself in knowing your values and who you are can really help you in moving forward in life and in business, guys. Obviously in life and in business. So let's dive into this today. What I want to really kind of just get across is some examples of little things that you might be letting slide because either there's some sort of belief there, there's some sort of value there for you that you're not enough or you're not worthy, and how the actions that relate to that can actually affect your business. So one example here is, are you someone who values people with integrity and with honesty and who stick to their word? Because that is such a important piece in knowing your worth. So you might be someone who highly values integrity. You might be someone who highly values honesty and allowing people who maybe are ingenuous, disingenuous, maybe people who lie a little bit, into your inner circle, even into your business circle. And the thing is, if you're allowing them into your personal circle, then you're also allowing them in your business. So what I want to speak to about this in particular is if you're someone who values honesty and integrity, for example, and you start talking to someone who could be a potential client, and they might say something and then not follow through on that, not follow through with their word, then that's something that you have to decide if you want to be around. And the subtle shift that comes from this is if someone's not showing up in a way that they've said they're going to, and you accept that behavior from them, then you're showing the universe that you're accepting that behavior. You're accepting that. So the universe is going to give you more of that. Whereas if you can say, I want to be around people who honor my word, and everybody who doesn't show up that way, I'm just going to let them go with love, with gratitude, but I'm just going to let them go because that's not in alignment with me. That's going to show the universe more of what you want. You want more of those people who are showing up, who are honoring their word, who are following through with their commitments. Now, the difference this is going to make in your business is huge because you're no longer going to have people who are half in and half out, saying one thing, doing another. So you're not going to have as much messy, leaky energy. And you're also going to have clients that are actually committed. You're actually going to have clients who are committed. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if you're allowing people into your personal life or your business life and you're just like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't that bad, like say you have a friend who is always late and it annoys you like no end, like say they're always 10 to 15 minutes late and you always have to sit at a cafe or a restaurant by yourself waiting for them. And you always set a time with them. You always have a time. Say, I'll meet you at 6 p.m. And they always turn up 10 to 15 minutes late. You're allowing that behavior. And I'm not saying that you need to stop being friends with that person. I'm not saying that you need to have an outright argument and war with them, but just express to them, hey, like, I get really sad. Like, I feel really like lonely and a little bit sad when you tell me we're going to meet somewhere at a certain time and then you don't show up because it makes me feel like you don't value me. It makes me feel like you don't value my time. Do you think in the future we could just meet on time? Or maybe we could just set the time to 15 minutes later when it's more convenient for you, because you don't want to be accepting this behavior in your personal life if it's affecting you and if it's hurting you. And it might seem like such a little thing because you're saying to yourself, well, when we are together, they're amazing and they always think about me and they're so considerate. And it's just this little thing that they're late all the time. But that's out of alignment and out of integrity for you in terms of you are always on time and you value people who are on time. And so if you're allowing that in one area of your life, you're going to be allowing that in your business as well. You're going to be allowing those people who say, I'm going to pay tomorrow, but then they don't pay for a week. Or those people who say, I'm going to do this tomorrow, and they don't do it for a week. You're allowing that. And the thing is deciding for yourself what you will and won't allow, deciding what your values are, deciding what's going to be true for you. Because when you can actually articulate to people your values, and when you can say no to the things that aren't in alignment, that gives you your power back. That helps you to really feel into your worth and know, you know what? I am worth friends that show up for me on time or let me know if they're going to be late. I am worth clients who follow through with what they say they're going to do. And the flip side of this is you actually need to hold to that as well. And there's so much power in holding to your own word and your own commitment within yourself. It's not about being a bitch. It's not about being mean. It's not about cutting people off. But it is about knowing that you know what your values are and you know that you can hold to those values. So it's allowing yourself to know that you are worth other people showing up at that same value place. Because if you want to attract your ideal clients, but you're letting in the people who don't share your values, that's a misalignment there. And that's not enjoyable on a physical level to have people in your container that aren't aligned with you, but it's also not enjoyable on an energetic level. It's giving you energy leaks. It's giving you energy that's inconsistent. And by taking back your power and just saying, this is who I am, these are my values, I'm worth showing up as these values, and I'm worth other people showing up for me as these values. That's really going to change the way your business operates and the sort of people you work with, and even that, it's not about saying you won't work with people who don't have the same values, but it is about maybe you make a product for them that they can do in their own time so that if they don't follow through with getting things done when they say they will, it's not as much of a direct effect on your energy, doing like a membership that they have a year's access to that they can work through on their own. That might be the solution to your problem. It's getting creative and finding ways that you can stay true to yourself and also have the business of your dreams, have the life of your dreams, because it doesn't feel good when people are showing up in your world and not treating you with the same values and kindness and worth that you treat them. And so I really want you guys to think about this in your business and in your life. What are your personal values? Do you value honesty? Do you value integrity? Do you value commitment? Do you value loyalty? That's probably more in the friendship space. Do you value people who are saying what they mean and following through with that in their action, which again comes under integrity? Do you value people who are similar to you? Do you value people who gossip? Do you value people who put other people down? Do you value people who are negative? What are your values? What do you want to see more of in your life? Get really clear on that. Get really clear on the values that you hold and the things that you want to see more of in your life, and start taking the actions to minimize the things that aren't showing up that way. If you have a friend who's always bitching about another friend, just say to them, hey, look, I don't really want to be involved in these conversations anymore. If you have a client who is never doing the work that you need them to do and you're on a 3-month retainer with them, after a month, maybe say to them, hey, look, I can see that you're not as committed into this as I thought you were going to be. And as you thought you were going to be, is there some way that I can work with you on this? And see if there's something you can do to help them. See if there's something you can do to shift the approach. And if there's not, decide, do you want people in your container who aren't showing up or who aren't doing the actions they said they're going to do and who aren't following up in the way that they said they're going to show up? So guys, this can be such a big thing. just understanding who you are, understanding your values, showing up with your own values in your own life, and knowing that you're worthy of other people showing up the same way. And build your business on that. Build your business around people who have the same values as you, who you want to work with, your ideal people, and start letting go of the stuff that's not in alignment. That is going to really energetically supercharge and change the way your business is operating. And by getting really clear on what's not working in your life in terms of the people you're attracting, the situations you're attracting, based on the things that you're letting slide, if you can get really clear on what you're letting slide and just stop letting it slide, stop letting it in, just make the decision. I'm not going to be someone who tolerates this behavior anymore. I'm not going to be someone who tolerates people who lie to me. I'm not going to be someone who tolerates people who don't stick to their word. Just make that decision and move forward from there, from a place of love and gratitude. Everyone who comes into your life, they're teaching you something. So that client that's not doing the work, that's showing you something. That's showing you a part of yourself where you're like, oh, okay, am I going to allow this? Is there anything I can do to help this person? How am I going to handle this situation? Is this person my ideal client? It's allowing you the opportunity to learn and grow and refine, and it's one of those things where, you look at a famous athlete, they have to do the same thing so many times to get to that peak level. And I think that that's what it comes down to in your business, is literally taking yourself to your own next level all the time. Take yourself to your own next level. Just take yourself there and take it with love and compassion and kindness and gratitude for the people who are showing up in your world, however you perceive them to be. They could be a learning experience, they could be an amazing client, they could be a friend, a family member, whoever they are. Show up with gratitude, kindness, understanding, compassion, and love for them, but also know who you are, know your values, and know your worth. This is the key to really supercharging your results in your business and your life, guys. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this episode today. It's been really great bringing it to you. It's something I feel so passionately about. I'm literally trying not to be like rah down the camera today, because I just feel so passionate about this. I feel so passionate about knowing who you are and knowing your self-worth and really owning your own power and who you are, because when you allow those situations in, it is you giving away your power, because you're doing something and allowing something that's not in alignment with you. So take your power back. Be whoever you want to be, and allow everyone else to be whoever they want to be as well. But take that power back on your own energy and really move forward in the way that's in alignment for you. Move forward in a way that works for you. There are 8 billion people on this planet. There is an abundance of clients who have your values. Just let go of everything that's not in alignment with you, and you will watch your entire world transform. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Please feel free to share it with any friends. Leave me a comment. Would love to hear from you guys. Just connect with me on social media, message me, respond to the podcast or YouTube episode, however you're viewing or listening to this today. And I cannot wait to connect with you guys again soon.